Good afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Actually, I'm going to try something a little different here because, see, I can't get the camera at the right angle. I just can't get the camera at the right angle so you can see the fishes. But welcome to today's episode of The Feeding Frenzy. And I got to tell you, the weather out here today is like literally perfect. Mike, I know it's raining up there in Vermont. I know, Hugh, it's raining down there in Houston, and it's hot as hell. I know in the desert of Arizona, it's triple digits. Joseph Heatherly. California, I don't know what it's doing today. My daughter said 2 days ago it was cold and rainy. So I don't know what it's doing out there in California because, well, California a little bit different. But here on the East Coast, man, it is amazing. So I'm going to sit down here. I'm going to sit down here and talk and actually, I'm going to put my toes in the water. Oh, okay. Guys, you really don't want to do that, guys. You really don't want to do that. Oh, okay. All right. The water feels nice. But anyway, we have some good news. We actually have some, that tickles. We have some good news. Zeke Elliott spoke for the first time since being testing positive for the coronavirus. So let's take a look at what he had to say. And guys, look at they like me. Look at it. They nasty. They like feet. But check out Zeke.
Question on this issue. All right. So no one in the chat can keep asking. How are you feeling right now after contracting the Rona? What's the day-to-day looking like?
I'm feeling good. I would say I had maybe 1 or 2 days where I felt symptoms. And even then, it wasn't too bad. I had a cough and a little bit of shortness of breath. But now I would say I feel good. I feel normal. Still can't work out. I gotta wait until I could have went and got retested this week. I just decided. It won't hurt just to wait another week and just give myself more time to rest up. But I feel good.
I think I'm gonna give me some food so you leave my foot alone. So Zeke Elliott says, he basically just kind of got the cough and feels a little bit weak and feels okay. He's got to get retested, of course, to see how he's feeling and everything else to make sure he's over it. And maybe, we've heard about a golfer who was stepping out of one of the tournaments and stuff today who tested positive. Maybe some of these guys getting it now and getting it out of the way, that maybe they'll be okay to play for the season. That can be our best hope because we already know that, Tampa Bay is reopening their facilities after they had a couple players that tested positive.
The Vikings, too.
Well, but it's like
we heard that on the radio
today. So it's like 10 teams have already tested positive. We have, we know basketball players that have, and they're trying to get to Orlando. It's going to be one of those things that they're just going to have to learn how to deal with and understand that some people are going to get sick and
you
maybe...
You want to test.
Well, they're going to have to test, and put away. Now, this is like concussions. Now, see, concussions are one of those things that some people, it doesn't affect at all. Some people, one concussion, and they really are really messed up. You just don't know from one person to another. The guy who was in The Blind Side, the original story about him, he had a concussion that literally lasted for like over a year. He ended up having to retire because of the concussion syndrome, because, literally, the tight end for Josh Reed from the Redskins, he's one of those guys that, had suffered really bad with concussion. Now, the crazy thing is that's not everybody. Some people will get the coronavirus and never know that they had it. They won't even get a cold. They may just be a carrier. That's the thing. And that's the thing you have to understand, that not everybody will go ahead and get really, really sick from it. It's kind of like the flu as well, just the flu on steroids. some people get the flu, they got a cold for a week and they're fine. Other people, it lingers on and in some cases causes death. And that's the thing about it. So when you go through and understand, you may get it and you're fine, but it's a matter of who you pass it on to that may not be quite as strong as you to hold on to it. So that's great news that Zeke Elliott is feeling better. I'm curious who the other players were on the Cowboys as well as the Texans, but I guess we'll never know unless they come out.
If it was Dak Prescott, all over the news.
The fish like my feet. This is crazy. I need to. This is what's crazy is, we built this pond. We've lived here since 2003.
Or should I say, or at least I helped you redo it.
Yeah.
After Roscoe restored
Well,
it.
so in the middle, there used to be a tree that was here that had those stumps,
I think,
and we dug it out, and that's
yeah,
what.
Kayla helped you
Yeah,
with the original one.
Right, Kayla, mainly my daughter,
Yeah.
AK Doll, she helped dig it out.
Yeah, she did most of it.
But there was a tree root that had rotted out, which made it easier because that's the deepest spot. In the center of this thing, it's like 5 feet deep, and there's a bottom drain. The problem with that is it's got like an intake around this big cap that's about this tall, and sometimes the leaves will build up on top of it. And the only way you have to literally go diving. Okay, so I will go in and I will actually swim in and go down to the bottom. But the way the fish are now, these guys, look at them. Check it out. Look. I can imagine if I try and go diving in there. Okay, look, they're after my feet.
There's one of them. Oh, you missed it?
They're super friendly. All of them.
No, I said there's one of the.
There's one of the black ones.
No, there's the one right there. One of the ones that's for Father's Day right there.
What, right here?
They're swimming all the way in the back. That's no, this one right here. The one right there.
This guy?
No, the one right beside the one. Yeah, no, the other one. Okay. The one over here.
He's trying. They all moving fast.
I know they are.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's Big Wizard. Okay. And he's shot. I know that's one of them right there, isn't it? That little guy.
The one that. Oh, he's right by your foot. The one that's coming towards your foot. No, the other side. The other foot.
The other foot. Okay.
Never mind.
All right. Well, the fish are happy at least. Okay? And I got to tell you, the water feels really. I can see why they're happy because the water feels great right now. I've been walking with the wife and my feet have been hurting and aching and everything else. Okay, stop eating my feet. Okay, you don't want to eat my feet. Crazy fish. All right, so I've got some hope for the season. I got some real hope for the season. How about you? You hear Zeke Elliott said that, he's feeling cool.
He was pissed off at first.
Well,
it's because the information got out there. That's why he's pissed. It's not that he had it. It's because
he ain't going to be the only one. He's not going to be the only one, okay? You're going to look. I got to get flake food because some of these guys are so small that the pellet's like too big for their mouth.
You can get some next time you go to the lorry.
Yeah. Right now, I need to go back in and edge those doors, sand them so we can start staining those things. And
I'm finished with the radio.
You're finished with the what? This program? Okay.
Yeah, it just automatically does in your car.
All right.
Cool deal. You might have to check it, though. It should do it. It took mine 5 minutes and it was already working.
All right, so we got XM radio on the car.
Extra free.
So
maybe get extra 3 months.
But they charge me for a year now, though, right?
Yeah, $5 a month, and then it goes up after the first
So
year.
so they already charged me for the year, right?
Yeah, I paid for the whole year, so you got.
I love that. You get 3 months free, but we're going to charge you for a whole year.
No. I'm the one that set it up so that 3 months you don't have to pay for it.
Okay. I'm going to put it in my wallet.
I know, but I don't want to.
They ain't going to.
Lord, I'm taking too much information.
They ain't going to see my information. Good Lord. He's more paranoid than I am, I guess.
I don't like people.
Don't fall far from the tree.
I had people take my credit card information before.
Okay. All right, gang. Probably going to do a live stream. Shit, I might have coronavirus here. I'll see you guys in the workshop. I got some work to do over there. And the fish have been fed. They got some free toads. They got free toads. Woo. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the shop.
Most I wouldn't need it.
He's hungry and can't eat. I feel so bad for him.